Alright, welcome back to Sharin No Kuni, and I won't say the whole name. And there's the notice, there it is. All characters depicted herein are at least 18 years of age. So, as I said in the first episode, they are all 18 plus. So, yeah, I'm really glad it is actually in there. And yeah, I decided to go full weeb now. For the sole reason, this game is so crazy. It was so crazy in the first episode. I think I just need my little Neko ears to compensate my sanity a little bit. Okay, so what I actually want to try to say, let's go on with this. Let's go on with this meltdown of my brain in this game. Yes, load file. Okay, here we go. I was a transfer student. It looked like they were going to call me into the classroom in short order. Ah, the country. In its wooden school building. The scent of linoleum still permeated the air, so the school must have been quite new. The class eagerly awaited my arrival. Did it really? Have I ever transferred before? No, I haven't. But in my beloved sci-fi novels, there's always a transfer student who stirs up trouble. Yes, that's basically how this works. Of course, they were actually a psychic cyborg murderer or something. Oh god. And on top of that, they're usually a beautiful girl. Sure about that? Unfortunately, I'm not psychic. And I think it goes without saying that I'm not a beautiful girl. As much as I would wish to. To that end, I think I'll act natural. Play the role of a pitiful, shy boy. I don't want to stand out after all. Yeah, after smoking weed, collapsing on a road, and yeah, getting someone murdered before your eyes. Your mother died by your birth and you somehow remember her last words. And your father dying after a successful wrestling career and try to save a little girl. So, wait, try to save a little girl run over by a car, so he got run over instead. Well, that's what I'm getting out of it. What do you think? Do they suit me a little bit at least? I'm kind of proud of them. They were actually a gift. I didn't bought them myself. They were a gift from a girlfriend of mine. So not my actual girlfriend, but a girlfriend. So a friend. I don't know, how is that supposed to... Whatever, I think you get what I mean. I cleared my throat. This is something you actually shouldn't do, and I really try to not do it so often anymore because it can hurt your voice cords. And if there's something I really like, well, I at least decently like, it's my voice, and it shouldn't go worse than it already is. I heard the voice of the homeroom teacher beckon me into the classroom.
Morita-kun, 入ってきなさい.
Oh, okay. Morita-kun, please, come in. Thump, thump, whatever that means. I think it's his heartbeat. I steeled my nerves and opened the door to the classroom. It's empty! Surprise! Hey, what the hell are you staring at? Am I that rare, you hicks? What? I ended up yelling at them. I wasn't expecting that many people to be staring at me, you know? You straight I really didn't emphasize that.
Morita-kun?
Morita-kun? No. Forget about it. This was a disaster from the get-go. Being overly blunt was another one of my weaknesses.
じゃあこっちに来て。
Okay, please, stand up at the front. I slowly stepped up to the platform at the front of the room. My stride resembled that of a water bug. I don't get that.
はい、皆さん、転入生の森田健一くんです。
Okay, everyone, this is the transfer student, Morita Kenichi-kun. Thump thump. Boom boom. I guess. My head went blank.
本来ならここで自己紹介。
Usually, I would have you introduce yourself now. I was supposed to give a self-introduction, huh?
してもらうところなんですが、時間の都合で。
But since we are a little short on time... Oh man, I wasn't good at this kind of thing.
森田くんの席は一番後ろ。
Let me guess, it's the furthest on the back, directly beside the window. Am I right? Morita-kun's seat is the one furthest to the back. Yes, my introduction. My name is Morita Kenichi. He didn't even pay attention. Well, I am in my own little world. Well, I can actually relate to that.
森田くん
I totally ignored her. Okay. About myself. My parents were of course born as farmers. As a boy, I often battled with stink bugs in our garden. In particular, one named Mitarai. That damn Mitarai, armed with his foul stench, never ceased to pick fights with me, since I had a habit of carrying around his favorite pine cones. And thus, I acquired the odor of rotten natto. The kids in my class called me junk food.
いじめられてたんだね。
You were bullied? No, not at all. Now, this is going to sound like I'm a slave to modern convenience, but I usually wear contacts. Just the other day, I left my one-day lenses in for an entire week. When I took them out, there was blood on them. Holy crap! My true form had made itself known. Well, that being said, I appreciate it if you could forget all about my shadowy past. I'm trying to change my image by switching schools, so it'd be great if we could all get along. Great start, really great start. The lesson started. Because of my speech, everyone in the class thought that I was off my meds. I didn't think I would be having a very enjoyable educational career. I don't know, I'm losing my shit so often in this. And I don't know why. This novel is just so not really serious. It's so different. Katawa Shoujo had a serious theme. Ji Senjou no Mao had a serious and somewhat believable scene with goofy things in between. But this novel so far is straight up not in the head. Everyone kept their distance from me. This is exactly why I hate Hicks. They probably suck at foreign languages too. As I was bad-mouthing them. Oh, she has still a smile on her face. A voice came from the seat next to me. Sorry that I don't read it before, but... You're a dumbass, aren't you? I checked the badge on her chest. I can tell, because you have the same smell as I do. Sheesh, quite a harsh obligation we had here. The smell of stink bugs? Yep, I feel as we have met before. Yo, Mitarai, it's been a while. About 10 years? Oh, you're as overfamiliar as I am too. Let me guess, people usually dislike you. Wow. Now, Mitarai, don't be so harsh on yourself. I love energetic types like you. Oh, we are getting the smooth move here.
私もあんたみたいなつまんない人は好きだよ。
I love unfunny people like you too. Can it? I'm funny as hell. You just don't get my humor because of the difference in our education.
本当につまんない人だ。
You are unfunny as hell. Hehehehe. She laughed incessantly in the middle of class without concern for the people around her. So what does the obligation badge on her chest mean? Please explain. Hey, Mitarai.
サチでいいよ。
You can call me Sachi. Kenichi is fine.
何が？
What about it? That's what you can call me.
森健でいいじゃん。
What's wrong with Moriken? I guess she had already made up her mind about what to call me. But enough about names. I looked at her chest. Totally not for what you are thinking right now, or what I'm thinking. I don't know what you think, but I know what I'm thinking. And if you are male, I think you think the same thing, most of the time at least, because let's be real here, you wouldn't have clicked on the video otherwise.
よ？魚？どうしたの？
Gloop? Are you a fish or something? So, when does it start and end?
ああ。7時から19時だよ。
From 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Oh? I almost fell out of my chair.
私すごくない？
Amazing, ain't I? Not at all, you idiot. Only 12 hours a day?
なんとかなるもんだよ。
What? 12 hours a day of what? I can deal with it. What the hell did you do to deserve this? What did she do? What?
てか森健さ、ひょっとしてお金持ちなの？
By the way, Moriken, are you perchance rich? Do we have a gold digger here? Hey, you can't answer a question with a question, even if you are the energetic type.
ジェラルミンケース。
The Duralumin case? Huh?
何入ってるの？ネズミ講用のサプリメントとか？
What's in there? Stuff to aid you in your pyramid schemes? The usual. Textbooks and my camping tools.
野宿？引っ越してきたんじゃないの？
Camping? You don't have a place to stay? Why don't you come to me? I will take very good care of you. I really can't imagine that is the next thing she's about to say. Well, I guess I need one, since I plan to stay here for a while.
だったら私の部屋に来なよ。
If that's the case, you can stay in my room, close to me, because I have only one bed, so we have to share. Is she for real? Because she said in my room, so there is only one room. So, what? Now look here. Just because you're the energetic type doesn't mean that you can invite a man into your room all of a sudden. Okay, the whole weed made him really, really dumb in the head. And you know, if you know Barney Stinson of How I Met Your Mother, a girl can only be that crazy if she is that hot. And let's be real here, she's not crazy enough to not be hot enough to take the risk of living with her. I mean, it's not, how is she called? The one girl who always says Yuki? Mirai Nikki is the enemy. How is the queen of Yandere called again? Wait. I am goddamn Miyazaki. Yuno Miyazaki? I forgot it. I looked the abridged series. I never looked the actual anime, but Gasai Yuno. I'm motherfucking Gasai Yuno. That's the one. Okay, sorry that I had to think about it.
いいじゃん。森犬なら安心だって。
It's okay. I don't have to worry if it's you, Moriken.
私さ、鼻は利くのよ。森犬って絶対変なことしない人だと思う。っていうか、できない人だと思う。
I have a sixth sense about these sort of things. You won't do anything weird. In fact, I doubt you can do anything weird.
部屋結構広いし。
And my room is really big.
私が泊まってるときは部屋を自由に使っていいしさ。
Wait, what? You can use it whenever I'm stopped. From doing what? Wait. About what are we talking here? So there are things you can only do 12 hours a day. You can use it whenever I'm Is she not allowed to Oh. Is she not allowed to sleep for 12 hours?
流行のルームシェアっていうやつ？
Besides, it's in vogue to share rooms. Please tell me what vogue means. Oh, even he doesn't know. It was in vogue?
おいでよ。
Come on. She smiled unpleasantly. Well, in my book, this is a pleasant smile. Oh god. I get the hiccups and the burps running up always when I do something like this. In fact, I haven't speak this much the whole day. I initially wanted to play Dark Souls, but it is hot as hell in my room. And if it's hot as hell, it's not only bad for my PC, because it's getting too hot most of the time. It's also bad for me, because I can't concentrate as good if it's totally hot in here. So I figured, instead of doing this, I'm doing this. So, yeah. She was up to something. However, I couldn't deny that the prospect of room and board was enticing.
決まりだね。
It's settled then. Well,
やっぱり推しに弱いね。思った通り。ちょっと安心。
you are weak to pressure, just like I thought. That's a relief. Damn it. It was because of my hard M training. Your hard what now? I'm in your care. I rubbed my head against my desk. How does that look like?
んじゃ、私寝るから。つまる話は今夜二人っきりでね。
What? Alright, I'm gonna sleep now. We can continue this conversation during the evening. What about class? Don't you feel motivated at all? You are the energetic type after all.
時間の無駄だから。
Nah, it's a waste of time. Oh, okay. Sachi's breathing instantly fell into a steady rhythm. This girl switched gears way too quickly. It was kind of unsettling. Now this is just between you and me, but this is not, in fact, my first meeting with this girl. No shit. You already told us that you kind of know her. This is where I grew up, after all. Incidentally, Sachi is another childhood friend of mine. She went on and on about her sixth sense or whatever, but I don't think she recognized me. Eh? Her full name is Mitsuhiro Sachi. Oh, cool. So what does the badge mean? Mitsuhiro Sachi. She's always been pushy, self-absorbed, selfish, mischievous, and I really like to see the whole image. Oh. That looks nice. Oh. I can't recollect any redeeming qualities. Oh, sick burn. I was sure that there was something she took seriously. Oh well, I like those energetic types, so it's all good. But as I'm sure you know, energetic types are usually fairly innocent. And they usually play a sport, have short hair or a ponytail, and have huge boobs. Okay, and next time you tell me that tsundere types have always small boobs? At least the ones I know, like Aisaka Taiga, Louise François de la something from Zero no Tsukaima. The other one was from Toradora, and there was a demon one, which I can't recollect, but she had red hair, looked like Tiger, and was banishing demons. But Sachi here. I guess it'd be a mistake to classify her as the energetic type so easily.
あのさ、
Hey!
うるさいんだけど。
What? He's talking loudly to himself! You are not serious with me right now. Aren't you being a bit loud? What? Don't be like that. I'm introducing you. I'm the narrator of my own story after all. I have to speak everything out loud.
紹介？誰に？
Oh god, no. I don't know, I haven't laughed in so many days, but this cracks me up so much and I don't even know why. Introducing me? To whom? Well, I can't tell you that. It's probably some weirdo who has no girlfriend and no social life whatsoever who's reading this visual novel. I mumbled. ...
とにかく静かにしてね。
Whatever, just keep it down, alright? She laid her head back on the desk. Mitsuhiro Sachi. She's so bad at kanji that she reads Tokyo metropolitan area as East Kyoto.
ねえ。
Hey! Huh?
うるさいって。
I thought I told you to shut up! This is so much fourth wall breaking! I focused on the lesson once more. Our homeroom teacher was occupied with teaching the class. By the way, she was pretty hot. Okay. A tense atmosphere pervaded the classroom, since she was asking a lot of tricky questions. However, they presented no particular challenge for someone like me, Mr. Know-It-All.
それでは特別高等法の第5原則について解説できる人。
Well then, who can explain the fifth principle of special high-class law to me? Silence reigned.
それじゃあ転入生の森田くん。
Okay, how about our new transfer student, Morita-kun? She stared at me.
森田くん、返事を。
Morita-kun, your answer. Okay, okay. Relax. I got this.
返事は1回で。
Just give me a single answer. Before I answer your question, may I know my teacher's name?
私は大根です。
My name? My name is Oni. Oni? How is it pronounced? Oni, like I say it, or Oni? Oni? It's almost like Oni-chan. or something like that. So, One, Oni, One, Oni, One. Let's One this. And your given name?
どうしてそんなことを聞くのかしら。
Why do you want to know that? Because I want to know. Also, it'll allow me to grow closer to you.
答える義務はないわ。
I am not obligated to answer you. I see. Well, the fifth law then. It guarantees a minimum degree of privacy for a person in the process of rehabilitation, which would include the right to remain tight-lipped in the face of unpleasant questions. It was improper to invade another human being's privacy, even if they were in the process of being rehabilitated, though they were in fact forced to wear a badge upon their chest. Due to these badges, anyone could tell what crime, what obligation such an individual was bearing at a glance. While I was lost in this world of irrelevance, Oni-sensei's beautiful face softened.
なかなか面白い子ね。
You are quite an interesting kid. Oh, don't praise me. I'm the type who only improves if you beat them.
私は京子よ。
Okay, I'm Kyoko. I'm Morita Kenichi. Biology is my worst subject. Huh?
じゃあ問題ね。
Did he said biology because of the reason I think he mentioned biology? I think he didn't meant anything about the plants and animals. I think he thought about something specific, which in most cases you get taught in biology. Okay, then here's a question for you. I knew it from the start. She was the Kenichi. This woman was a total sadist. What?
ファージ、動植物ウイルス、プラスミドに代表される遺伝子を組み込む相手として用いられる DNA のことを何と言いますか？
What? What is the name of the DNA molecule that can be a plasmid, phage, or virus and is inserted into genes for a variety of reasons, most prominently replication? I have no fucking idea. Biology? This question was more along the lines of genetic engineering. However, for me, it was a simple question, because I'm just that smart. Of course, the answer is... It's quite simple to answer this question. All it requires is parroting knowledge that one has acquired previously. However, Kyoko-san, what is really important is not this knowledge itself. Attaining a degree of wisdom through the usage of this knowledge is what matters. Don't you agree? Instead of discussing some silly questions copied and pasted straight from the internet, wouldn't it be more fruitful for us to discuss our current societal climate? Let's think about that instead. Something like that appeals to my intellect to a much greater degree. Like, what would life be like if society didn't exist? I might sound arrogant, but I believe that this is an important subject for both of us. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? All the dots.
要するに、わからないということね。
In other words, you don't know the answer. Incorrect. I'm saying that simply answering question does not constitute a true education.
わからないのよね。
You really don't know, do you? Incorrect! Please, don't look at me like that. My heart and blood is boiling. My heart and blood is boiling. What does M mean? What does M mean? Wait. Oh, M! He is into S&M and he's a masochist.
変な子ね。
You are a weird kid.
まあいいわ。授業に戻るとしましょう。
Oh well, let's return to the lesson. As I thought, she was just bullying me.
大根さん、教科書の15ページを読んで。
What? Didn't she said that that is her name? One Kyoko? Oni-san, please read page 15 of the textbook. Oni?
特別高等人は法治国家の快挙である特別高等法を支える重要な職務である。
A special high-class individual is charged with the important duty of upholding the special high-class law, the crowning achievement of our country. An agreeable voice issued forth from her mouth. I would have been interested in hearing it echo.
義務を負う非公正人を監督、保護観察する責任があり、
Special high-class individuals have the responsibility to probate and supervise people bearing obligations who are in the process of rehabilitation. Up to this point, I thought that the job description was pretty similar to that of the probation officers in my sci-fi novels.
非公正人に対する監督方法はすべて特別高等人の能力と良識に委ねられる。
How to supervise the rehabilitation is left to the special high-class individual's discretion.
特別高等人は非公正人の基本的人権を握っており、プライバシーを侵すことはおろか、生殺与奪まで自由である。
The special high-class individual has authority over the fundamental human rights of the rehabilitation they are assigned to, including the very life and death. And that's some heavy. This is a heavy bomb there. The special high-class individual has the authority over the fundamental human rights of the rehabilitation they are assigned to, including the very life and death. So if he has the rights, if he is assigned to someone, he basically can tell him to do whatever he wants. Pretty much like a slave. What? Privacy. Oh, privacy is but a trifling matter in comparison. In short, the ends justified the means, as long as the result was rehabilitation, of course. Oh, okay. That was why people with volatile personalities would not have been appointed to the position of a special high-class individual. Okay. They even had special training programs to amend one's personality in that regard. Ah, damn, I would have preferred not to remember that shit.
特別高等人は非公正人の義務の解消まで決定権を保持する。
A special high-class individual maintains these rights until her or she decides to annul the obligation of the rehabilitation. In other words, if the special high-class individual gave the okay... Oh, no. In other words, if the special high-class individual gave the okay, then the person would be released from his or her obligation. Of course, on the other hand, a person could have spent their entire life burned with an obligation. The special high-class individual assigned to them didn't, like the progress they were making. And if you wanted to examine the worst-case scenario, they would simply declare that the rehabilitation had no hope of recovery. Afterward, the the rehability would be killed on the spot or carted off to a concentration camp. What is this game? What is this novel? What is this story? This is a fucked up society. What? They have concentration camps? Is this really aiming at Nazi Germany? Because way back then we had those things. I wasn't born back then, but we had those things and we got tortured with this history. High-class individuals didn't have enough time on their hands to worry about hopeless cases, and their numbers were not plentiful to begin with. And thus ends the tedious explanation.
であるからして
And because of this, that girl. I took a look at her breasts. They were tiny. Tsundere confirmed. Oh, wait. Whoa. Were they growing? Oh, sorry. What the hell was I talking about? Well, setting idle thoughts aside, this obligation were no joke neither.
はい結構
Alright, well done. What? Please, tell me, what are the obligation of those girls? What did they do? And what do they have to do now? Kyoko-san signaled the end of the lesson with the pleasant sound of a textbook being slammed shut.
そうそう新しくこの町に特別高等人の方がいらっしゃいましたから
Oh, yes. One thing, a new special high-class individual has arrived in town. Kenichi is the only one, obviously, who went into town, so they really have to be pretty dense to not know that he is the one. She must have been talking about old man Uzuki. Oh.
出会ったらご挨拶を忘れないようにね
Remember to greet him properly if you come across him. What is that? Oh, okay, it's a skirt. The sound of a half-hearted acquiescence spread throughout the room.
あそれとどうか
Oh, and Toka?
はい
Why did she call her Oni? Yes? Toka? First she called her Oni, now she calls her Toka. What is her name now? Oni Toka. And Oni Kyoko. Wait, what? Oh, they are... Is this her mother or her bigger sister? Ooh. Were they sisters? Huh.
せっかくの昼休みだけどちょっとお話があるの
I know, this is your lunch break, but I have something to discuss with you. She beckoned to her.
友達とご飯食べる約束してるんだけど
But I promised a friend to eat with her.
お話があると言ってるのこれは母としての命令よ
And I'm telling you, we have something to discuss. This is an order from your mother. Mother? Okay, my two guesses and the letter... Wait. No, the former or the... Whatever. Wait, she doesn't have this on her chest. She has this on this. So this is her mother. She looks freaking young. If she is 18, how old is she? So let's go mathematical. The youngest age she could have descended was maybe 14 or 13 years old. So now we add 18 years on 14 years. And now, so she should be... God, this was a bad idea. Wait, 13, 8 years on the... I'm really bad at math in my head. I didn't use it in years. More or less. Wait, so she was 14, 16, 22. So she is 32. She is 32 or 31. At the youngest. She could be older, she could also be 36, but then she looks freaking young.
わかったわよ。
I understand. The girl reluctantly accompanied Kyoko-san. So she is basically a MILF for Kenichi. But man, she was a parent at that age? So they were mother and child, huh? That household must have been pretty vicious. After all, that girl's obligation was to be completely subservient to her parents. Oh, thanks for clearing that up. But should not every child be that? Well, she's 18, so it's not necessarily a thing. It was time for lunch. Sachi had been sleeping the entire time. I think I'm going to tag along with this intriguing mother and child pair. Not to mention that it was a good opportunity for a smoke. Are you really wanna smoke weed right now? I thrust my way into the corridor through the classroom door. So, drug abuse is not illegal where you live? The school was pretty quiet, perhaps because it was out in the country? There was nobody running in the halls, and there weren't even any kids making out in the stairwells. Okay.
そんなのやだよ。
I don't want to! Ah, I had found them.
嫌だとは言えないはずだけれど。
I don't believe you have the right to refuse.
でも、私もっと遊びたい。
But I want to play.
ダメよ。もっと勉強しなさい。
I can't allow that. Focus on your studies. What seems to be the problem, ma'am? I decided to stick my nose where it didn't belong.
森田くん。
Oh god, look at this image. And he's there, right there. Morita-kun? She has to study more?
そうね。そろそろ夏休みに入るでしょ？
That's right. Summer vacation's coming up, you know. Huh? Already? Even though I just transferred here? What happened to the rich school life I was so looking forward to? Dot dot dot. Her stare resembled death warmed over.
10日に夕方6時までには家に帰るよう言いつけたの。
I told Tooka to be home before 6 in the evening. Kyoko-san snuck a glance at Tooka's badge. In other words, it was in order. Don't you think a 6 p.m. curfew is a bit harsh for a girl nowadays?
森田健一には関係ないでしょ。
Oh, what was the voice? I gave you a total robotic voice. What was it? The obligation says that it isn't... Okay. This does not concern you, Morita Kenichi. Geez, here I was trying to help her out and she went off on me like that. Right, that's weird. Calling someone by the first name during your first meeting with them. Man, what's up with girls nowadays, sensei?
私の娘よ。
That's my daughter you're talking about? So they were in fact mother and child. I said to the girl, I'm Morita Kenichi. My life's goal is to manipulate people like tools. I beg your pardon?
は
What? Introduce yourself, damn it!
ぶっ殺すぞ。
Oh, I'll murder you! Wow. This chick had a bad attitude. Wow, why is this guy... Oh, I'm recording for way too long. Ah, okay, I'm ending this scene and then I stopped that. Anyway, you can't disobey Kyoko-san.
そんなことわかってる。
I know that.
森田くんからもこの子によく言ってあげて。
What? Why is the mother asking me to talk sense into her? Morita-kun, could you try talking some sense into her? With a nod, I drew closer to the girl. Anyway, you can't disobey Kyoko-san.
何よ。
So what? Anyway, you can't disobey Kyoko-san. Anyway, you can't disobey Kyoko-san. I tried a bit of hypnotic suggestion.
森田健一って。
She went into the classroom, carrying an air of defiance with her. What's her problem anyway? Kyoko-san heard me muttering to myself.
いきなり嫌われてたみたいね。
I think she might already hate you. Oh, what gave it away? That she wanted to kill me, maybe? Actually, I think she might like me.
当人の親の前でよくそんな軽口叩けるわね。
You've got some guts joking like that in front of her mother. Well, I'm quite full of myself after all.
そのようね。
Indeed. This is the most... I just realized that. This is the most straightforward, badass protagonist I've ever seen. He's not some kind of wimp who's all, yeah, alright, no, I don't want relationships. Oh, I'm so shy. Oh, I'm a dense fucker. But this one here, this one is actually full of himself and is really, really convinced that he is the man. Oh my god. Indeed.
でも、あの子と仲良くしてくれると嬉しいわ。
But I'd appreciate it if you could get along with her. Okay then, why don't you have her guide me around the town today?
どうかに？
Toka? Yes, I'd like to become friends with her.
いいでしょう。後で言っておくわ。
What? This is so weird. Alright, I'll tell her about it later. But don't go making this an order, okay? Since her obligation requires her to obey your every command.
本当に偉そうな子ね。
I guess you really are full of yourself. I tried to adopt a facial expression which adequately displayed just how much I agree with her. Oh. You think though? You really think though? I'm smooth. Oh god, he's a son of a gun. And I can't look straight. I think I look really horrible right now and I'm sweating all over my forehead. More or less.
ただ、親子の関係には口を挟まないでもらえるかしら。
This episode was supposed to be way shorter. I only wanted to do half an hour and now it's 47 minutes. Whatever. But could you please mind your own business from now on? I guess she was the nervous type.
それじゃ。
Bye. I watched Kyoko-san leave. I decided to return to the classroom as well. After a quick smoke break in the bathroom. All right then, I'm going to leave this episode right here. I hope you had a wonderful, magnificent time listening to my voice, listening to what the game had to say, and seeing me losing my shit over and over and over again. Alright. So yeah, ending the episode here, yada yada yada. Have a wonderful day. And I will hopefully see you in the next episode of Sharin No Kuni. And stay tuned for more.